So here to solve this easy as ABC puzzle by Eric Fox, our first regular puzzle of the week in this style with a three-letter words theme. Those three-letter word clues actually make the top and bottom as pretty good places to start. So a common thing to do in this puzzle is look for the most missing or unique letters. In this case, there is no C pointed to at the top and no D pointed to at the bottom. And of unique letters, these are the only cells now an A or C can go into, and these are the only cells an A, E, or B can go into. And we can mark off this first position for a B. Actually get something like a B is in one of these two cells, E is in one of these two cells. Now that we have just 1 degree of freedom on the bottom, and E is also in one of those first two cells. So that looks like a useful notation to have. The key spot that looks constraining to me, though, is the fact we've got all three of these D's from the top, and with 2 degrees of freedom, that means that one of these will have to be straight in, one will be 1 in, the other will be 2 in, but these are accounting for all the D's in the first 3 rows. And this is where the key clue is that D from dab, it's got to actually be in this cell with the D's just here close by. With these cells marked off, we actually know all these cells get used, and that requires then an A right away here, a B right away here. That's going to move this B over. And let's sort of see what else it does. It cancels off this cell. The B now can't be further up in this column, so it'll have to be straight here. And recognizing those placements, I think actually all the B's in the bottom suggest let's look to another place B's could be constrained, and this rightmost column looks like a good spot for that. So B can't be in any of these 3 cells. It can't be in front of the C or A clues. So the last space for a B is right here. That moves up this D, moves down this D. It cancels off this cell. That D now has just 1 degree of freedom left for this column, so this E clue can't be 2 away. Over here it can be 2 away. But we actually get that this E moves to the right, this E to the left. These get finished. I've got to put a C straight up front for this column to work. Just marking some more cells I know I need to take. It actually turns out we've got the full of the first column. Now isolated because of the double repeats, so an A has to go in here. This cell can't be a D, so this is an E. This cell is a D. All the outside clues now look like they're actually satisfied, so we're now really looking at interior cells, and so this column, which has a lot filled in, A, C, and E missing. This cell, it can't be an A or C from left to right, so this is now an AC pair. Where do the last E's go in this grid? It looks like we need an E in this row. Last spot for it, we need an E up here. This row is C and B. C is up above, so we can place these in. We need a D across these cells, and this column needs a D, and that D must go in here, so these get canceled nicely. Last spot in this column is for a C, will have to be up here. We have an A to fill in this row, but A is not on the left, so it's going to go in here. That means this is a C, this forces a CA set. This now is blank. These cells will be filled in, and it will be with an A and a B that we finish this puzzle. So thanks, Eric, for this great 3-letter words theme with an easy as puzzle. It had a great break-in from the top and bottom from unique letters. The D's at the top force a lot of the solve, as we saw, particularly interacting with this clue. And then tracking the most used letters around the grid, like getting the B's over here, getting some of the E's on the left side, really got the whole interior to solve. So this is a good archetype of the general style. It has a lot of the heuristics and steps that are typical for this style to solve. So hopefully you learned something through this video, and we'll see you again soon.